Alright friends, welcome to an amazing stealth strategy game called Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun. We have 19 missions, 16 here or 13 here, plus 6 others in the downloadable content called Aiko's Choice, and I'll just do all 19 missions in chronological order of the story. Let's get started with mission 1 here, Osaka Castle. In the final days of the siege of Osaka, the shogun sends a lone shinobi into the heart of the enemy stronghold. When walking through snow, you can use your footprints to lure enemies into traps or ambushes.
Japan, early Edo period.
So this game came out, I can't remember exactly what year, a few years ago, but it's really beautiful. Really tight gameplay. This is a Mimimi production, a German company.
Nothing personal. Just can't have you warn the others up there.
And they also did Desperados. I've uploaded several playlists of that game, so check that out. Desperados 3, more specifically.
Looks like a whole nest of guards. Who'd have thought? This might actually get challenging. Not much happening here. I'll keep my head down, just in case. Barricades everywhere. Bet they're preparing for the Shogun's next attack. First order is to reach that gate. Should be a good warm-up for the real mission. Climb won't be a problem. Better hurry though. The Shogun will start his attack soon.
Alright, so this is the first mission. They walk you through a lot of things at the beginning. How to jump, climb vines, how to rotate the camera, quick saves. They give you tips along the way in the form of these glowing scrolls over here. So you can open the mission log by pressing the right D-pad button. Gives you hints and conversations that you overhear along the way. A lot of people use mouse and keyboard on this game. I prefer the controller. That's just how I started with when it was on Xbox Game Pass. So yeah, that's what I'm used to. You want to quick save often in case you screw up. You can just quickly go back without going back too far. So every time you see the camera or the screen flash, that's probably because I'm quick saving.
Stay out of sight.
Dive kill, one of my favorite ways to do. Kill enemies. You'll want to crouch often.
The Shogunate army will attack soon. We will face them with honor.
Alright, we got a civilian over here, but she will alert the guards if she sees me, so we want to be careful.
Ugh, they starved to death. Bad way to go.
Hayato can use his ninjutsu to kill enemies quickly and silently. Approach your target with Hayato and press X to execute a kill. For non-lethal approach, you can also punch if you want to just knock out guards. You can pick up the body automatically if you hold the X button.
Nothing personal.
Yoink. Yeet. Alright. Oh. So notice part of the view cone is solid, part of it is striped. As long as you stay crouched, you can hang out in this striped area. I'm going to avoid guards for now. I've done runs where I've taken out all guards. It just takes a long time to do that. So like I was mentioning, the view cone, you want to stay out of the solid view cone. I've beat the game on the most difficult challenge level, and they detect you really quickly when you do that. It takes hours to get through missions on the hardest difficulty, so for the sake of YouTube videos, I'm just going to do the easiest one.
I could sneak past this one, or take him out quietly.
So you can time it like this.
Pretty safe.
No one's gonna come patrol this area, so I'm just gonna leave that guy there. An enemy's field of view has two areas, bright and dark, like the striped one, like I was mentioning. So press B to crouch, and you can hang out in the striped area. So that works on rooftops, in bushes, behind short obstacles like that cart right there.
Gates blocked. Walls too high.
All right, so now I want to crouch
Guess I'll have to take it
because
detour.
these obstacles aren't crazy high. All right, this is a nice distracting element. You can throw stones. Depending on the enemy, they'll be distracted for
They're
longer
too
periods of
close together
time.
to take them out. Better use a distraction.
So these guards are like the lowest tier. So they are distracted for a long time. They'll look over in that area for quite a bit. The ones with the straw hats, they don't look over for as long. They're not as easily distracted. We'll get to them
This
when we
one's
get
shut
to them.
too. I'm running out of options here. Damn, the offense has started. I have to get inside somehow.
Forward, men! For the Shogun!
All right, the big guy Mugen, he's one of our heroes.
Damn you! You have nowhere to run! Show yourself!
Hey, samurai. Always get themselves killed. Hate to admit it, but he's my best chance. Better help him.
I think now I get my shuriken. So it's a medium-ranged weapon. When you do hit them, they struggle a little bit while standing up, so they are at risk of being seen by other enemies. So you just got to make sure they're not being seen by anybody.
They're far enough apart.
This
If I
guy's
use the
view cone
shuriken,
doesn't quite hit
no
this
one will
enemy,
hear.
so we're good to take him
It's
out.
too late.
We're going to just time it over here. There we go.
Dutch mine.
You want to make sure you grab the shuriken whenever you throw it. And there's a cooldown. If you notice on the top left, see there's like a
Down.
little clock icon.
Got it.
Alright, now we've got to distract these three. We're going to drop this crane right here. You can do this two ways. You can throw a stone if you want to. We're going to drop the crane. Give Mugen a chance to do his... What does he
I
call it?
noticed your
Thunder
involvement
Wind or
just now.
something?
Tell me your name so I can thank you properly.
Mind if you let me inside first? I like being thanked in person.
Very well. I will repay my debt at once by opening the gate for you.
So the same voice actor that does Mugen, he's also Hector's voice actor, I believe. I haven't confirmed that, but it sounds awfully similar. Okay, so what are we doing? I can control Mugen now.
Watching. My men are dead. I will join them soon if I do not proceed carefully.
So Mugen has a few lure abilities. He, well, just one, I guess. He can drop a bottle of alcohol, sake, and it's very enticing to some guards. The straw hats won't come for it, but the guys without the hats will. And they develop this purple view cone. That means they're basically distracted. There's other distractions, and we'll visit those when we meet new characters. So let's throw this out here. Make sure you throw it in the solid view cone area, otherwise they won't see it. Oh, and if you notice on the top of the screen, we're at 3 minutes without saving, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick save, so in case I screw up, I don't have to go all the way back 3 minutes. And we're going to kill him. So you can wait for them to pick it up, but you want to make sure you take them out, otherwise they take the bottle with them, and then you have to retrieve it by eventually taking them out. So these bushes right here are going to hide me from this guy's view. Let's check out what the scroll says. The sword wind, that's what it's called, not thunder wind. So sword wind technique, he can kill a bunch of enemies at once. You got to make sure that there are no like really big guys in that group, and we'll come to those guys here in a minute, probably in the next few missions. But sword wind can take out definitely these three guys. Has a limited range and a long
I
cooldown.
shall use Kazakiri to defeat them all at once.
And
That counts.
here we go.
Perhaps I can make use of it.
It's a really cool technique. Let's gather these guys up. Chop them in the bushes. I don't think we really need to hide them, but just in case someone looks over here. Alright, now we need to open this barricaded gate by using this cannon here. And now we can join forces.
My thanks again for your assistance. I am Oshiro Mugen. And you are?
Hayato, from the Iga region.
Iga. I see. There were rumors that our Shogun had hired a shinobi. Tell me, what is your mission?
I have to open the Yagoda Mon.
The main gate? Preposterous. It is heavily fortified.
Not from the inside. One barrel of gunpowder will do the trick. Just have to get it in position.
A daunting task. Very well. I shall accompany you.
That's kind of you. But I work alone.
I will not hear of it. Together we will succeed where we both failed alone.
I didn't. But as you wish. We have to be quiet, or we won't get far.
All right, Hayato of Iga. We shall do this your way.
Alright, so you can place a little view cone marker in a certain spot and to see who's watching. And that's indicated by these yellow dotted lines here. So if you want to take out like a guard, for example, put a view cone on him just to make sure he's not being watched by anybody else. Alright, let's go ahead and work our way in.
Don't leave bodies out in the open. Hide them in bushes, barrels, empty houses.
Who would have thought that one day I'd take lessons?
Alright, notice behind the cart, he's not being seen, so I'm going to
Shuriken,
throw
ready.
Shuriken right when he gets to the middle part of the cart. Hopefully those guys over here don't see him. Yeah, we're good.
Good.
Okay, now when you're carrying a body with Hayato, you are standing up, so you have to time it just right, like so. Alright, now is this guy being watched by anybody? I don't think so.
Using shuriken.
So as soon as the view cone kind of gets to the right side of me, I'm going to run for it and try to take him out.
Down.
You always want to hide bodies if you can, unless you're sure no patrol is coming that direction. I've played this game a bunch of times, so I know the patrol routes pretty well. Alright, at this point, I do want to take out this guy over here. I'm going to stay in the dotted line area. Let's see.
Who is the distraction?
I'm going to drop a rock over it. Whoa. Oh shoot, I screwed up. That's okay, I got away in time. You know what, let's take out this guy first. So notice these yellow hooks. It's nice to get around on the rooftops. Mugen does not have that ability. Hayato does, and we're going to meet a few other characters later on that do as well. So since we are in one story above, one level above, they're not going to see that body. They're always going to have a dotted line cone up there on the top level, so I can just leave it there, no problem. Let's take this guy out real quick. Oh, that was close. This guy almost saw me. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring Mugen in.
Masters of our fate.
So as you're kind of gathering, lots of different abilities with different characters. Mugen is a big guy who can take out big guys. He can carry more bodies at a time, but he's a little bit slower. So there's like a nice balance with each character here.
Many cuts, one death.
Alright, 2 bodies at a time, and he can run while he's carrying bodies.
Busy place.
This guy's next.
Shuriken, ready. got you. Good.
We're gonna put him in some bushes over here. Since there are two guards together, they're too close to take them out one at a time. While one's being taken out, the other one will be alerted and call for backup. So let's use this ability.
Done. The skill is impressive.
Alright, this guy, I think he's being watched by this guy.
We can
No,
agree on
I guess not.
Have to
So
say,
if I'm quick, I can
doing
just
better than I
sneak in
thought.
there with
Your way of
Hayoto.
things is still strange to me, but
Take him
I am
out.
starting to see its merits.
We're gonna hide right here until the other guy finishes his conversation. So they have predictable patterns. There's never random patterns. Once he gets far enough away, gotta take him out. So now that this guy's gone, when this guy comes back to talk to him, he's gonna notice he's missing. He'll be on medium alert to try to find his buddy. As long as he's not in the view cone of this guy, we'll just take him out. Let me just show you what that looks like. So he comes to talk to him. He's not here. Oh,
Music sure can do that.
I was wrong. We'll see it later though.
Got it.
Alright, we're working our way to
Yeah.
the next gate section.
We will hold the gate.
Multiple carries to act simultaneously, use shadow mode. Okay, so I don't know if we really need to demonstrate this on this mission, but we'll definitely use it later. Shadow mode is a way to activate an action with both characters at the same time. Alright, let's work our way in here. Gonna distract this guy. So I could have used shadow mode right there. I think that's what the developers wanted me to do, but I don't really need to. You can do a group movement where you select both of them, and whoever you selected first is kind of the leader. This is a great way to bring the entire group together, so now I don't have to move Mugen manually. It just comes to wherever Hayoto is. I do need him over here because I want to use his Saki lure on this guard over here.
Remember my name, or
Let's see, I want to make sure it's far enough away though that when I do kill him, these guys won't see him.
irresistible.
So once I do the kill, it'll be outside of the range of that dotted cone area. Perfect. So these guys will not react to the Saki. You can't lure them with that. Since they're wearing the straw hats, that means they are the second tier troops. And I think that's what this scroll describes. Yep. So they are resistant to distractions. They'll look at where the rock landed just for like a second. So if you're really quick and timing things, you can still utilize the rock distraction, but they will not go for the Saki.
Those men over there, the ones wearing straw hats.
Your little sake trick won't
It's-
work on the straw hat guards. They never leave their
Whoa.
posts.
Hold
I
on.
understand.
Okay, so I think I do need a little bit of a distraction though.
Behind enemy lines again.
We're gonna work our way over. I am gonna use the rock so that Mugen can get off the ladder there. Alright, now I'm gonna use shadow mode. I'm gonna queue this up.
Keep your
So I'm
eye
queuing up the rock throw, and when I press Y, he's gonna throw it. The reason why I want to do this is because I want to control Mugen in a nice timely manner. So let's see. Drop the rock. Whoa, I didn't do that.
They will not get past us.
I jumped the gun there. Let's try that again. Gonna drop the rock here. Get
Death,
control of Mugen.
honor, a fair
Drop the
trade.
rock. Climb down. See, you only get about a second there.
Many cuts. Death.
Alright, we're working our way in. This guy's watching the gate here. I think let's use Hayato to get across.
Waiting.
Can he jump over the gate? Maybe. Thought he could. Guess not. Alright, we just gotta time it. We'll wait for the view cone. Oh, perfect.
Swallow in the dust. Spare my little buzzing friends among the flowers.
Okay, very poetic.
Shot came from the tower. Someone's up there.
That must be Takuma-san, a master marksman from the 3rd Division.
Two allies approach. You want to destroy the Yogoramon, yes? Then heed my advice. A wise man needs only one barrel of gunpowder to open the Yogoramon. Place one close to the gate, and I will detonate it for you. However, there is no direct path. Try to get there on the ground, and you will fail. Ladders lead to the top of the Yogoramon. If you have the strength, lift the barrel up there, then throw it down to its ultimate destination.
Alright, so he's very much spelling it out what we need to do here. If you have the strength, wink wink. So we gotta use Mugen to carry a barrel, basically.
Let me recite another.
Alright, we have 3 guards over here. We're gonna start with the guy back here because he's not being watched by anybody. So we're gonna use a literal backdoor method. And there's a guard up here that patrols, so I want to make sure these guys are out of sight. And it's a good idea to save. Remember, just a reminder to quick save between every few kills. Another thing you can do with the shadow mode is queue up carrying him to a bush, so I don't have to do it manually. So while he's carrying, I can get Mugen in here to kind of get him into position. It saves a lot of time when you queue up the shadow mode stuff. Alright, we're going to use a lure on this guard. Whoa!
The two have reached the barrels. Now, who will play the part of the mule?
Hayato-san, I will carry the barrel.
Let's see if this works.
Don't worry.
I just want to make sure he's not being watched by this guy.
That lying around?
The drink.
We're going to get him out of sight, because the other guy's now looking for his buddy. This is what I mentioned earlier. So if there's a pattern where he comes and talks to a guy regularly over and over again, like these 2 guys, and you take out one of them, the other guy's going to start looking for his buddy. So he's on medium alert mode. That's why his view cone changed to yellow. But now that they're all together, I could probably take out all 3 of these guys. Nice. Alright, notice the little like splash effect when you're carrying a body. That means you are making noise. So you have to be careful when sneaking around other enemies. Alright, we're going to come back for these barrels. I want to take out a few more guards to clear a path. Alright, here's a nice little trick I learned. You can, if you push down the left joystick, you can kind of see highlighted objects, interactable objects in the environment. So this crane is wanting to fall. I'm going to grab our sharpshooter because we have 9 bullets. Now that these 3 guys are grouped up, drop a load of lumber on them, and we take out 3 guards with 1 shot. Now this guy might get concerned because his buddy's not returning, so let's take him out.
We're in it now.
Oh, and by the way, there is like achievements, Steam achievements. I think there are certain characters in this game that have different names out of the norm. So I think one of them's over here. Civilian. Yep, so right here. We have Civilian. Usually this character would be called Civilian as well, but it has a distinct name, so that means it's one of the developers. I think if you take out all the developers in the game, and I think every level has 1 or 2, then you get an achievement for that. I've already got that, so I don't need to really bother with that right now. So let's, now that all the guards are cleared out, gotta keep an eye on this guy though, because he's looking at the area. In fact, let's use Takuma. I'm gonna save just in case. Let's use Takuma to take this guy out.
Impressive shot. Not bad for an old man.
Now I think the entire area is clear of detection. Let's grab this barrel
None of them would match his skill.
Glad he's on
and
our
work our
side.
way to the gate.
Such strength. It will
We're gonna
be
throw it up
easy
on the
to
roof.
leave the barrel up onto the
Let's see what this says. Probably the thing I'm actually doing. Yeah, Mugen is the only character who can carry heavy objects like boulders, barrels, and he can throw them as well. And Mugen cannot climb vines, but luckily we have ladders on these roofs.
Will not get past us.
We're gonna throw it up here. We're almost done with this mission. We're gonna go through the broken area of the roof, or actually, we're gonna go around. And we're gonna drop it right here in this square. All the guards are gonna freak out. We're gonna grab Takuma,
Now it's up to the old.
blast it. Also, a great way to take out a bunch of guards. Alright, now that the gates are down, our troops can move in and secure the castle.
This is a glorious day. The Shogun will be victorious and the war will finally end. We have accomplished much.
Agreed. Just don't expect me to split my pay with you.
Ha! But I do expect you to pay for sake when this is over. Stay safe, Hayato-san. I must rejoin the battle. For the Shogun!
Samurai. Always eager to get killed.
Do you think there'll be some character development as the game
History
progresses?
has been written today. The dawn of a new era. I didn't think I'd live to see it.
Takuma, you're the GOAT.
New
Thanks for
orders
helping us
from
out,
Lord
buddy.
Yabu. We are to attack the north towers. Aim the cannons.
Uh-oh.
Wait, don't we have a man up there? How dare you question an order? The cannons, now! Yes, of course. Fire!
Fools! What are they doing? Ah!
Takuma, no. Alright, we have a man down. Is that the last we'll see of the old man? Let's find out in the next few missions. Thanks for joining me, guys. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.